Hello, how we doing today? I'm here today coming to you from the Mercer County Public Justice.com uh, with Cordell Harris. Some of y'all might know him. He's a very great country and western singer. I'm here today to introduce to some and present to others. We're going to talk about the overcoming the trials and tribulations uh, of being a country western singer, of raising a family, and all those things in this time. Um, you know, Cordell, you want to say a few things before we get started?
All right. Well, hey, how y'all doing? I'm glad to be here, and um, we made it through 2020. That's a good thing, huh?
Hey, man.
Hey. Yeah. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have you. You had me on the show today. So yeah, I have been singing country music for a while. I've been in it I've been singing it since I was young, out of high school. But actually going serious with it, recording in Nashville, that probably was about 12 years ago, and Um, I performed on stage, state fairs. It's been rough, but it's been worth it because I have fun. I have fun with it. So yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to really get into this even more right after this. Okay, so you seen the picture of Cordell when he dressed in his cowboy outfit. Now, before we get started, here's what I like to say. Now, I heard of some of his songs. A couple of them I'm really fond of. But he is one of these guys. You know how somebody was born to do something. He's not too tall, he's not too short, he's not too big, he's not too skinny. He seems to fit that mold of a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? So he fits that. He emphasizes that and the way that he carries himself. He was born to be a country western singer. Now, uh, we're here to talk about trials and tribulations, overcoming them, as a country western singer. And I know some things he's had to go through that other people didn't have to go through. Let me say this, then I'm gonna let him take over. A lot of people don't know that Ray Charles used to sing country western. But
Yeah.
before he did, he caught it trying to break into the country and western because it was literally non-whites weren't invited to the playground So he
Right.
had to
Yeah.
really go through something to get there. So Cordell, did you have to go through some of those things, or what did you have to? And I know we talk about COVID-19, but it was rough, didn't it? But even with COVID-19, it's probably gotten worse. How do you address that?
Well, to tell you the truth, I've never really had any problems getting into it.
Right.
It was a thing that I wanted to do. I've never been held back on anything
Okay.
because um, doors was opened up to me. The Lord opened a lot of doors, and I went to him. It just never really took off the way I wanted it to, but I still had fun being on stage. I've gotten, paid great money. I done ran into some wonderful people. Oh Lord, when you're up there on stage and you're singing and the whole flow is full of everybody dancing because you're the one singing, that's just that's amazing. So it's been a good ride. Now the COVID came in later for me because I've been in this for years. When I went to go record out of Nashville, that was years ago. And just to tell you a little something, way back then, like maybe one or two babies ago for me, way back then, I thought I had it. I thought, oh, I got an album, I got videos out, I got this going. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm hot. I'm ready. I'm on stage. I'm singing at the city for the city, and I'm singing at the state fairs. I, but the Lord knew He was like, settle down, son, because in about 10 years, they got a virus coming up that you don't have no idea about. And if you ain't working, I don't care what country singer you are right now. If you're not on stage, you're not making any money.
Right.
I don't care. You can't sing at the spring break in Miami or anywhere, but the Lord knew that this was coming. So he's just kind of holding me back, like, you need to sell out because, boy, they got some stuff coming in some years from now. And if country music is the only thing you dependent on, you're not gonna feel good. So he put me in a good spot. I got a great job. I make good money.
Mm.
And I get to do this on the side now. I get to relax with it. And now that COVID didn't happen, I'm like, Lord, where would I have been had all I was dependent on was being on stage? Because now you can't be on stage. You know, me and my wife got a big family. We got 5 kids together, 6 kids total. And health insurance by itself, I don't even know. I think the last time I checked, it was like $1,000 a month for our family. So, but he blessed me with a great job. I'm with some great people at my job. Um, um, and he's seen it. He knew it was coming, but I couldn't see it. I'm ready. When I think I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. But I've never left it alone. A musician don't leave music alone. I don't care if you play a saxophone, you sing, play a guitar, you just can't leave it alone, you know. And now I sing for free and feel just as good. I make great money and I sing for free at some of the places where I live, you know, just getting up karaoke and the flow still fills up, you know, but it's for free, but uh to me, singing is like it releases my stress. I don't know if that
It's a
sound
fulfillment.
right, but
Would you
it
say it's a
is.
fulfillment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stress reliever for me because when I'm up on stage, and then it might be karaoke, and they be like, "Sing something else, sing something," and I'll tell them, "Hey, I can sing all night now."
All right. Hey, you sound like me.
But
I can preach all night now.
I have fun with it.
Now,
Yeah.
now, and you saying that there was a couple of songs you did. One was the cowboy thing.
Hmm.
Remember that one?
Right.
Now, you told a story. Now, a lot of people, city slickers, might not make the connection, but I did right away. So
Right.
it's a part of every life. I don't know what part you come from, but it's a part of that life where you walk in, you see something you like, and she with somebody else, and, and you decide, well, I don't care. I got to have well,
Right.
but what I'm getting at, you tell a story in such a way that you draw people into it.
Uh,
Okay. And that's why they can have so much fun with you, because it's not just you up there singing. I'm a
right.
part of it. I feel you. In other words, I feel you, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I've been there. I want to be there, or something
Right.
to that effect. So yeah, and there was another one. I mean, there's a couple of them, but the one about the little children,
The little one.
the little ones.
Right.
Now that touched me because I'm a big brother. I'm the oldest of 9 kids, so I've always been raising, and I've always been a mentor. I've always been a Sunday school teacher, I was youth minister, all that stuff. So little ones always, but there's a story you telling that. I'm not going to steal your thunder, but there's
Right.
a story you telling that, whereas, okay, we can't make it, but there's no reason they should have to suffer.
That's right. That's right.
Is there something you can say to that? Because listen to me, we're talking about COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before this, there was a problem, but now even more so.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Can you address that a little bit for us?
Well, for one, I've actually heard that the the rate of you know, violence has went up in the home, uh, but it's hard for me to see that because I like being home. I'm sorry. If I can get away from my shift work and I could be home with my family more, because I've missed a lot of time. I've missed so much time. You can't tell me that, okay, COVID has set in and you and your wife is going to be together more and I'm going to hate it. Nah, you can't. that ain't happening. I'm sorry. We can go get the checkers and play checkers, Monopoly, or whatever. I'm going to get the board games out. I'm on my way to the house. But the little ones, uh, I'm I'm big on dads. But since you done brought that up, I'm big on dads doing their part, because I think dads got the best chance in the whole world to change this thing around what's going on right now.
Right.
And I don't know if you've ever heard what I'm saying before, but dads got crooked cops got dads. School shooters got dads. People that's on drugs got dads. But where was the dad? You got to be there. And even if you and a wife don't work out, go get your son and raise your son, because there's going to be less stress on the women in the world if they got sons that know how to treat a woman to start with.
Right.
Go get your son. You and the mom may not work out. It happens every day. But go back and get your child. So I'm really hard on dads, and I don't mean to go too far off the subject, because that might be another subject. But and so what I'm trying to actually start is something to get the new dads, especially the new dads. I found some groups online to where they got new dads that got babies for the first time. They almost crying and this and that, and they asking for advice and this and that. And it'd be so funny because I give them advice and I make them laugh, because I love laughing. But the little ones, that was a touching video. Those little girls, we shot that video at my house before we sold it. And those little girls are now teenagers.
Right.
Yeah, those little girls are now teenagers. And the reason in that video, that little one that got up and started running out and she was crying, she couldn't understand the video because me and the girl was arguing, and we had to really argue. And she's looking like, I don't know this woman. My dad is arguing with her, and mama over there in the kitchen frying up chicken like nothing ain't happening. And we had to keep stopping and keep going back over it and calm her down. And she crying, and so we had to keep stopping. But she wasn't used to hearing loud voices in the house. She wasn't used to hearing arguments.
Right.
And she know daddy mad, and I don't know this woman right here, and she can't understand it because mama over there and these guys with these cameras and daddy mad.
Right. Yeah. That's her concern. Daddy mad.
Yeah, daddy mad, and things just ain't right. And they keep calming me down, but I know something wrong. Now that little bitty one that y'all seen in the video, that's my little ride or die. She's 13 now. She didn't care. She grabbed her bag, her suitcase, and hey, let's go. But the little ones was a great video. I got a lot of my music from a gentleman over in Texas, and me and him went through a whole lot of songs. And then when I went to Nashville, they had some music that they wanted me to re-record. So and I just took the best out of like 100 songs that I went through, the best that fit me. I'm not gonna just sing anything.
Right, I got you.
But I took the best ones that fit me. And that said, because once I hear a song, the video pops in my mind right there. I can do this, I can do that. So but the little ones was a great song. That was a good one.
Yeah, it affected me because, like I said, I've been dealing with kids all my life, so that's just a part of who I am. I have a real compassion for them, and like you, I've done studies on it. On how many kids go to jail, how many end up molested, and all this stuff because the dads aren't there. So when I seen that really affected me. And you hit on a very important thing that a lot of people don't know how to be home with each other.
Right.
Because literally we had that space away from each other. So we started enjoying that space away from each other. Now everybody's home.
Right.
Now you happen to be one of the fortunate ones that you love your wife and your kids enough till you don't mind it, but there are some people that man, Now I
Well,
got to be home with her. I got to be home with them. Oh man, how is this gonna work? And like you said, the violence has increased because they don't know how to handle it. So hearing that from you, this might help somebody realize, instead of hating or turning away, to make that something worthwhile that can be used, that can be beneficial, that can show your son how to treat a wife, how to be a husband.
That's right.
There are some things we need to take responsibility for. And you know,
And that's true.
That's really personal to me, because I don't know if you've seen the video that I did about my hero. He's not perfect.
I
He's
didn't see
my
that.
dad, but I have to send it to you. He's my hero, you know, because, and I wanted the world to understand he wasn't perfect. So ain't no point in me getting mad or disrespected or anything. But he was still my hero, because the main thing he did was he was there.
Right.
Okay. And what you're saying, some of these dads, even if you and the mama ain't getting along, go back, get your sons, raise them to be men. That would eliminate. And I love the way you introduced that when you said some of our fathers are cops. Some of these cop killers has dads.
Right.
So, so everybody got a dad, but where are they?
Where are they?
Where are
there
they?
you go. There you go. Yep.
So, and you know, I don't know, only God knows what put us together. Would you like to tell them how we met? I ain't gonna tell them. I'm gonna let you.
Okay, so my oldest daughter, she called because I've been looking for something to do. I kept telling her, you know, I'm at work a lot. I don't work hard, but I'm at work a lot. It's not hard to me. But I feel like I need to be doing something else. I can't get on stage. That's really not working right now. And so I'm like, well, what can I do on my off time? Well, I can have another job while I'm at work or something. Something else got to go on. I didn't feel like I was being complete.
Right.
And I don't mind helping, and I love being around people. But she said, well, Dad, why don't you try adjuster? You know, so if you tell me about it, I'm gonna go until I get to the end of the rainbow and find out it can't happen. I'm finna study it. So I got on YouTube and I started looking at being a claims adjuster and this and that. And I say, well, and then y'all would always say, and in some of the videos I would hear, they would say, you got to be a people's person because we're helping people. And I'm like, well, shoot, I can do that, you know, especially if people getting ripped off with insurance companies and they like lowballing them, and then y'all come in and y'all tell them, no, you ain't, nope, we're going to get everything. Nope, you need to get this added on. You need to get that added. Because some people are old and they don't, or some people just don't know about it, you know?
Right.
And you can help them like that. That's a big help, especially when a person went through a hurricane or tornado or something like that. And now you got an insurance company that say, well, we're only going to give you this much. And then you got an adjuster come in and say, oh, no, hold up. You got this wrong. You got that wrong. And then the insurance company might already knew.
Right.
But sometimes people just take the first thing coming along because they already in need, you know. So that's what really got me into it. And next thing I know, I pull your video up because I'm going through the videos on YouTube, and I'm going through the recent videos on YouTube. Right. And that's when I pulled your video up and I called you. I said, well, shoot, he might call back, he might not, you know. So I called you a couple of times. You called back, you know, and that's where we're at right now, you know. I'm still not an adjuster, but we are.
You don't know. You just got to adjust it. You done helped somebody that didn't know, but didn't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm adjusting in a different way.
Yeah. Now the video, for y'all who don't know, that he's talking about a video that me and Mike Martinez, I'll call him Master Mike. He's the one that got me involved in videos. Matter of fact, he's the reason I'm here with Cordell Harris. Now, I don't know, we might be running out of time because you don't know, we have problems trying to put this together today. We're going to have to do another.
Right.
But here's the catch to how God does things. There's land that's owned in Albany, Georgia on Harris Road, right outside of Cordell. When he told me his name was Cordell Harris, I was like, he got this idiot. And I'm talking about laying my family on, so that's what I'm talking about. But you know,
Oh, you're serious?
huh?
You serious? There is a place called Cordell Harris. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a place called Cordell right outside of Albany, Georgia. And the street that we live on is called Harris Road. So, you know, there was a connection between me and him. Don't know how it happened or why. It was just a connection that I just enjoyed talking to him. And I said, you know what? Why don't we get together and do a video together? You know, we can do this, put this out there, put you out there. You already out there, your name and everything, get you back in front of people. You know, we don't know what'll come from that, but we could do this. So we got together, and like I said, there was a struggle getting it. We've been trying to get this done for about 45 minutes now, right? There was one thing after another, but we both decided we gonna do this no matter what. The devil can't win this. So, you know, because great is he that lives in us than he that lives in the world. So now, and he mentioned some things that I totally agree with about being home, being able to enjoy life with your family and stuff. And do you homeschool your kids or
yeah. Let me see if you can see the desk. That's where they homeschool at. I got one, she paints, but she does it on her own, you know, and I don't push her to do it. She don't go to school to do it or nothing like that. She just do it on her own. If she ever want to stop doing it, she can stop, but she keeps doing it, and I keep buying her paintbrushes.
Well, keep being a good dad. You know, because I hear a lot of parents complaining, and I get it, because they're being held back from work because they got to be home with the kids. But they was in school, they could go to work. So I do get it.
Right.
But then some people are like, you know, I really hate my kids being home.
Right.
You know, I mean, people don't get it. Maybe a little over 100 years ago, most kids was taught school in church.
Right.
That's why they call it Sunday school. It's down to an hour now, but you taught your kids at home. That was your responsibility. You sent them to school as an extra curriculum, but you needed their help so much around the farm and stuff that the actual training and taught and teaching was done at home.
Right.
You taught them how to read, write, and count. They had to know how many feet was in an acre and all the cause. How else they gonna handle business?
Right.
So we don't got to the point now that we don't push everything off to the government. You raise our kids while we go do everything else. That's why when they bring our kids home, they'll tell them they don't kill somebody, they done did this, and we like, what? No, you can't be talking about my kid. Yeah, but if you had spent some time with them, you would have known.
That's right.
Because one of my, let me not get too caught up in this, but I remember as a kid, we had one TV, and everybody in the house watched that one TV. So everybody had an opinion. Well, if they did that to me, I'd do this to them. Well, I wouldn't do nothing. I forget. So the parents heard what you were saying. So they knew which kid would do what. But in this day and age, everybody got TVs in their own room, got all the stuff. So everybody goes to their room. Nobody know what nobody thinks.
That's right.
So COVID-19 don't force everybody back into the home again when we should be talking to each other and learning each other. We're not. Or we're afraid to, or afraid of what we might see and learn, because they are a reflection of us.
Right.
So how are you handling that? I see you got stuff there, but I mean, you know, you work a lot of hours. I mean, you don't do no hard work, but you work a lot of hours.
I hope my employee don't hear me. But well, we started homeschooling about 3 or 4 years ago. We started homeschooling because I didn't really trust the school system anymore. It was a lot going on. I was hearing a lot on this talk radio that I listen to all the time. And I'm like, let's bring our last 2 kids in the house and homeschool. And it's worked out great. So that's another thing. The Lord said, well, there's going to be a virus coming along. Cordell, why don't you go ahead on and start homeschooling? Now, I didn't know a virus was going to be coming along 3 years ago, 4 years ago when we started it. But now we're used to homeschooling. Everybody else is getting used to it.
Right.
You know, but it's just hard for me. I know for some people that it's not working maybe, and they're having to be home with their kids. It's hard for me to pick up you telling Cordell, you're going to be home more with your wife and kids, and me saying, oh, darn it, I don't want that. I done worked all my life for that.
Right. Yeah, right.
It's
Tell the
hard for me
truth.
to pick up. You can't get me. I'm sorry, I can't frown on that one. You know, now if it didn't shut off on an income, maybe you was dependent on your wife's income, because my wife, she stopped working, or I took her away from my job like a long time ago, like 3 babies ago. And because I felt like I wanted my kids coming home to somebody. I couldn't put money on that, you know. So I got my bills low. I kept all my bills low. I paid my stuff off on time and this and that, to where her income wasn't gonna matter to me, because I'll do it. I just want somebody home with my kids. So I started that a long time ago. And it's been working out. The kids always got somebody to come back home to, and this and that. So that's been working out great. But yeah, we started homeschooling like 4 years ago. So when the COVID set in, well, we was already doing our thing. Everything was already set up for homeschooling. But no, you can't get a frown on my face if you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna be around my wife more. Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna frown and I married her? I don't know.
Something wrong with it. I don't know if you know it. I don't even know if the public even understood. You just gave them the secret to success. If you really, really, really want to homeschool and bring your wife home, you told her what to do. Stop spending so much excess money. Get your you gave them the secret. I don't know if they was paying attention or not, but you gave them the secret. So
right.
You know, Go ahead.
How important is it to you? Is that extra income more important than that child? Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like, now this is Cordell now. I feel like a woman shouldn't have to work. I feel like a woman should work if she wants to work.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the man's job. If that woman want to work, she want to do a career, she want to go into marketing, sell cars, be a nurse, and that's what she wants to do, great, go do it. But I don't feel like they should have to go out and find a job to make ends meet. I done gave up on making ends meet. I just get my hands close enough to wave at each other. They may not ever meet, but that kid is more important than that extra income. And you know what else? If that kid make it, you still made it.
That's right. That's right. You know what? Before we close out, everybody's definition of success is different. And you just said, if my kid make it, I'm successful.
Right. I'm good.
I don't need $1 million to be successful. Somebody else need $1 million to be successful.
Right.
If I never have to go to court for my kids, I'm successful.
That's right.
You know,
especially,
everybody literally got to figure out what is what success means to them. And I'm so glad we had this time together. And I know we didn't get a chance to really, but you know, we're gonna have to do this again, because I really enjoyed this with you. You're very astute. You really got it going on, and I hope. And I'm gonna put all your information. Well, they'll see it going down below, all your information, so they'll know how to get in touch with you, or to go back to get in touch with, to see some of your videos that I was talking about. Maybe they'll even watch the little ones to find out why we so excited about that. Or the one we was talking about, the cowboy. I got an idea. A lot of dudes gonna go looking for that one.
Right. I didn't had a lot of comments on both of them.
Right.
Right.
And you ain't tell me which one was which. I had to go through to find out which ones was what,
Right.
So, Cordell, is there anything you want to say before we close this out?
Right. Well, for the most part, thank you for having me on.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we get to talk again. And my prayers go out to anybody that's been affected by the virus. My family hasn't been affected, and I've been blessed. But anybody that has been affected income-wise, or somebody's passed away, my prayers go out to them. But like my mom used to always say, make the best with what you got,
That's right.
because all you got is all you got. They
That's
used
right.
to say, here today, gone tomorrow. No, here today might be gone today.
Right. Right. That's right. That's right. You said it right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just work at what you got.
Yeah.
That's it, and appreciate what you got. If everybody else, it don't take much when it comes to families and kids. You can cut up some bologna sandwiches, some chips, and go sit at the park. It don't have to be, state fairs and merry-go-rounds and all that, or going out to eat pizza. The little things matter when it comes to kids. And if you don't spend some time with them or around them, or leave somebody at home to be with them, they might be with somebody else that you don't know about.
That's right. Them gangs to
Especially,
get them. Them gangs are father. Them gangs are raising. Well,
right.
you know,
Go ahead.
I can't thank Cordell enough. I can't thank God enough for him putting him in my life that had this time to be with him. I just knew in my spirit it was going to be something special to be around him. And we're going to do this again. We're going to get into some other things, but I can't stress to you enough the Cowboy Way and the little ones you got. If you don't do anything else, Google those. I'm going to put the information down, but Google those. I guarantee you will thoroughly enjoy it. And you'll know why I said what I said about Cordell, because that's him in that video. Anyway,
All right.
we can't thank you enough for everybody that participated. Look, subscribe, leave a like. Please put a comment so we'll know what we did right or what we did wrong. And to God be the glory for everything that was done right. We just enjoyed this time together. I got pictures of his kids and everything. Look, brother, I'm gonna say God bless you, God keep you, God watch over you until we meet again. Have a blessed and godly day.
All right. Bless you too, and God bless. Thank y'all for having me on. I'll see you again.
Amen.